Well, good morning, friends. It's a gloomy day in paradise, and today I decided to work on my Everyday Watercolor Workbook by Jenna Rainey. She has a YouTube channel, which I can link to, but I was doing lesson 11 today. It's 30 days of lessons, and we were supposed to make a papaya, and this is what I came up with. It's not so bad. I actually tried to erase something and I messed that up, and then I messed up the brown here and here, but all in all I don't think it's too bad for a first try. Leave a comment if you'd like to see me do a lesson in a video. What I actually really wanted to do in this video is make a traveler's notebook type of notebook. And what I have here are 2 layers of dark heat and bond, but you can use regular white heat and bond. I just actually got this by accident. I've got my liner fabric and my faux leather. I'm also going to reinforce the whole thing with this cardstock, which I think I might actually cut a little bit smaller so that I don't have any edges sticking out. But so what I'm going to do is put a layer of heat and bond, the cardstock, another layer of heat and bond, and the liner. And that's what I'm going to do today. I might end up doing the, cutting the holes out. And I'm debating if I'm just going to leave a raw edge hole or use a eyelet. I think I might use an eyelet. So I need one in the middle, and then I'm going to need, like 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom. So anyway, let's get this ironed on. You just iron it all on. So when you're using heat and bond, you're supposed to have a medium dry iron. See if I can lift this up a little bit more. Okay, that might be good. So I have my leather, and now I'm going to put a layer of heat and bond on. And that's also, you don't really want your heat and bond to be larger than your whatever you're ironing it to, or else it's going to stick to. And I think mine is just a teensy bit too long, so I'm going to trim a little piece off, and then we'll just get to ironing it. No one's going to see this, so it doesn't have to be perfectly straight. We just need it to fuse everything together. So I think that's a little bit this way too. I thought I had measured everything perfectly. Alright, so there we go. We're going to do that. And let's get this ironed on. And then we let it cool off for just a minute and peel it off the backing, and then put our strengthening layer of thin cardstock. That should be good. Let it cool off a minute now. Alright, let's see if this will come off. Still a little warm, but it is coming off easily, and you can see that it's shiny under there. Well, I think you can see that it's shiny under there. Now I'm going to put this on, sort of get it as centered as I can. Doesn't have to be perfect. And now we're going to iron this onto it. So now we're going to put the other layer of heat and bond on. So, there we go. Okay, I'm peeling that off and it's sticky. I don't know why it looks like a snake skin, but I'm going to let it cool off a little bit more because I don't want this to get stuck in the wrong position. So I will be back. Alright, so I have my fabric on top and I'm going to iron it, fuse it to the inside of the journal. Yeah, I must have had a drop of water in there because every once in a while it steams, and you don't want steam when you do this. I don't know why. You're not supposed to. That's what the directions say. And you can see that we're not fused yet. I'm also debating if I want to stitch all the way around the edges, but I don't think I'd be able to do it in a nice way. Alright. It feels like I still have a little bit in this corner that's not sticking. I don't know why. So after I do get it all sticking, I'm going to trim all the edges off, and then we can fix it into a journal. A traveler's notebook journal. So everything is fused, it's cooled off, and I am going to trim the excess fabric off using my little Dollar Tree roller cutter. I think I just want to make sure I'm on the edge. The trick is don't move until you're sure this is going to come off. I've done that many times. I do think that the heat did not do so great on this fake leather. It doesn't look bad, but I think it warped it a little bit. So I don't think I would use this fake stuff again, and I won't use real leather either. So I guess maybe if you were gluing and sewing it, it would be fine. But it seems like the iron warped it slightly. Alright. And let's see if that one's coming off all the way. Yep. And I also want to round the corners. Which I'm not sure how I'm going to do. Yeah. I have in the past just cut some of the I got some of my leather, fake leather. I have in the past just taken like a little circle and traced around it, and that's probably what I'm going to do now. And then I can just, do them both at the same time on the top and the bottom so that they're exactly the same. So that's what I believe I'm going to do next. I'm going to just see if I can hopefully see what I'm tracing on here. And it's not going to be exact because I'm a human being and I can't be exact. Alright, I think I see it. Hopefully you see it too. That's not easy to do without moving the leather, but that's pretty good, and I'm going to be happy with that. No, maybe not. Alright. I don't think I had that right. I don't think I had it lined up. So let's try that again. So I wasn't happy with that. Alright, that seems to be a little better, I think. So now we'll do the bottom. Like I said, we're not going to be perfect because we're human, not a machine. We'll do the best we can. I'm trying to make sure I'm also on camera. And I can see it's a little angled. And I think I better quit while I'm ahead or I'm going to regret it. And this is what it's going to look like. Here's our TN, and then when we open it up, we have this pretty floral fabric. So I'm going to have like 2 lines here, or 2 holes here, 2 holes here, and a hole here. And yes, so I got to figure out where the middle is with my little centering ruler. Okay. That's the only thing, you can't see where you're punching your hole with this one. What I think I should do is poke it with this, and then I'll see where it is on the other side. And then I can poke it. There. I think that'll work better. We want the bigger hole. And is that right? Well, if it's not the big one, I can... Okay, there we go. So we'll put a hole right here and here. And that did poke through. And then I'm going to measure. So 2 3/4 would be right about here. Hopefully that's straight. Alright, I realized it would probably be easier to do it on this side. I believe we're about as straight as we can be. I'm going to go up 2 3/4 and poke my next hole. And the next one is at, let's see, a little less than 3/8. So right about here. And that's it. Okay, we've got all of our holes. They may not be perfect, but I don't require total perfection. Okay. Alright. I hope I'm doing this alright. That looks pretty darn straight, doesn't it? Alright, now this side. Whoops. I found these little angels at Dollar Tree. I don't know what I'll do with them. It's something. Maybe like little Christmas ornaments or something like that. Alright, and now next one. Okay. I think everything looks pretty darn straight. Yes, I do. So next we're going to find Brad. So I've got aqua, purple, silver, and yellow. And I think yellow would be my best bet. Alright, there's 5 little yellow Brads. And hopefully this looks good. Oh, actually, it's going to be this way. Okay, now I have to push this all the way to the front. And remember where it goes. Okay, right there. Okay. Nothing is moving. Nothing is moving. Oh, I guess I didn't get it all the way to the front. Let's try that again. Everything is always so difficult. Okay, so now we're going to try again. Okay, it worked. Okay, I'm going to do the rest, and then we'll come back and I'll figure out these strings. One more on camera. Oop, that's got to get back in the hole. Okay, alright, so this is how it looks so far. It is pretty darn straight, if I do say so myself. And that's what it looks like on the inside. It is a little rough. So there's that. So then I'll put a string around to go around the middle, and then the strings for this. And then we're done with that. And I need to open this up, find out where the end is. Yeah, it's nice and elasticy. Where's the end of it? Here we go. So we need to, I don't think I'm going to have it very thick. So, let's see. Maybe up to here for that. And you just kind of poke both through the hole from the outside in, and then just tie a knot where you think you'll need it. So I'm just gonna tie, I'm not gonna tie a double knot in case I need to change it. And I do have some old notebooks that I can put in here that I made too. So we're going to leave that like that, and then you pull it out and stretch it over. I might need to tighten that up a little bit, but we can do that later. Okay, so for the notebook holding string, I'm going to put it in the top hole from the inside out, come back in the bottom hole, and I'm going to take the bottom here and go in my top hole and come back out my bottom hole, and then I can tie a knot. Whoops, wait a minute, I think I did that the opposite way. I need to go out my bottom hole and back in the top hole. Yeah, and then I have the longest length of it. And then I just tie a knot in it to hold the books in. And I'm not going to double knot it, but I'm going to go get a notebook which will fit right in here. And yeah, let's go get a notebook. Like this is a normal traveler's notebook size notebook. I made this one, had a little pocket with a little journaling card. This is a Van Gogh painting. This is also a Van Gogh painting. And then in the back, I have a little pocket with a tag with a dandelion on it. So let's see how this would fit in here, if at all. Oh, I think it'd be fine. So yeah, so there's that. And then we would, obviously we need to have something else in there to thicken it up a little. But that's the idea. And now I can make a second elastic to put 2 notebooks in there. So I have a second notebook, which is exactly the same as the other format. The format is exactly the same. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to measure this like this. Trying to anyway. Let's see. Tie a knot. And then I'll there. Let's see. I think that's going to be too big. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so I have that there, and now if I remember correctly, I get to the middle of this one and I hook it up like this. And there we have 2 signatures in there, or 2 notebooks in there. Yeah, I actually could put 3 in. I wonder if I could piggyback a 3rd one on this side. I bet you I could. But not now. Let's cover that up. And I also think I'm going to take the knot out of this and make it a little smaller and put a charm on it. And then that'll be the end of this video. Got my charm on there, a little ladybug. And I'm going to come back through the center hole with both ends of my string. I'm going to pull it up and make a knot. And hopefully it'll be a little tighter than the last time. I think so. And then I can trim off all of the old, aw, that's cute. There. There's my little ladybug. I think something colorful would have been nicer, but I do think I'm going to either put more holes in there for a second one or piggyback a 3rd one on there. This is a smaller one, but I think I do want to. I just feel like it needs to be fuller, see? Alright, well, there we have it. If I decide to put a 3rd one in, I'll just tack that on to another video. I hope you guys are doing awesome, and I hope you're doing well and you're happy and you're healthy. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate your support, and we'll see you again in the next video. Bye-bye.